course, that's Dr. Mani at the African Union Summit. Let's move on now. Traders in Ghana are calling on the government to step up efforts to stabilize the country's currency. That's amid concerns over high inflation. Now, inflation is currently running at around 12.6%, and analysts are predicting that Ghana's Cedi could yet fall further against the US dollar, adding more pressure on prices in the local economy. Here's CGTN's Nabil, Ahmed, Rufai reporting from Accra.
Prince Oduola imports cars from the US and sells them in Accra. He says the cost of doing business has gone up due to the depreciation of the local currency, Cedi, against the greenback.
The duty we paid is at the current dollar rate every week. If the dollar goes up, the duty will be a bit increased.
In 2008, 1 Cedi bought you $1. Now, you need 6 to buy that same dollar.
For us, we do margins because whatever rates it is, we pass on the value to our customers. But also, you need, for volumes of trade, you need a lot more Cedis to be able to do the same volume of dollars. That means you need to augment more cash. You need to have a lot more cash reserve to be able to do the same $100,000 transaction.
Ghana's economy is steadily recovering from the pandemic, but the weakening currency is feeding through to inflation as the cost of goods and services shoots up. The central bank says the high demand for forex by importers has contributed to the depreciation of the value of the Cedi against the US dollar, coupled with investors pulling out large sums of money from the country due to Ghana's debt sustainability concerns. The Ghanaian Cedi depreciated against the US dollar by 4% at the end of last year. Analysts say the local currency is likely to depreciate further this year.
The Cedi will depreciate in line with the fundamentals of the economy. High inflation as we have it, current account deficit, high budget deficit, all these things lead to some form of depreciation or demand for foreign currency and depreciation of the local currency. So as long as we continue to experience these macro fundamentals not around sustainable levels, we will see some form of depreciation in a flexible exchange rate regime.
The central bank says it will pump $450 million into the economy in the first quarter of this year to help stabilize the Cedi. But some analysts believe it is unsustainable.
It can maybe halt the rate of inflation, right? But in the next 2-3 months, it may not be able to cover it. We now have about just 3 months of imports cover. And the amount of money that we're expecting to be pumped into the economy will probably just hold for a short period.
Prince Oduola fears the continuous depreciation of the Cedi against the greenback will take a further toll on his business. He wants steps taken to stabilize the Cedi to drive the economy to a more stable future. Nabil, Ahmed, Rufai, CGTN, Accra, Ghana.